Hello everybody and welcome to episode 4 of my Stellaris Roman Empire campaign. I just want to say a quick thanks again. I do this every episode now it seems, but I have to say thanks for all the comments and all the views I've been getting on the last couple of videos. I really do appreciate it, and the likes. It keeps the videos going and it keeps the series going overall if I can hit roughly around 1,000 views per episode. And so far we're doing that after about 10 hours or so of the video being live. So we're doing totally fine, guys. You're doing great. I really appreciate it. If it ever does dip below that, I know some people in the comments are worried that it might, well then what I'd probably do is move it over to streaming, and I know that's not as good, but that's probably what I'd end up having to do. But for now, it's for the foreseeable future, we're going to stick with this Let's Play. I'm enjoying it anyway. I'm really enjoying it and reading all your comments and stuff. And to reflect that, so we've had a little bit of housekeeping to touch on here. So we just we killed the Qopinjaxi Kingdom that used to own this area of space here. And the Jaxi Omok system, and I've done some renaming and things just so it would be a little bit faster than doing it throughout the episode. So some awesome people said that we should name the planet Qopinjaxi because it was called Qopinjaxi, I think, or something. So Qopinjaxi is the kind of Roman version we have. This is our colony now. Actually, it's not even a colony. We just own their planet. It's not a true colony. So true colonies will be named after Roman gods, apart from Terra Nova, I guess. So we have Bellona, and then we'll think of some new ones as we go along. And for this planet, so the big debate was, what do we do with these guys? Do we enslave them, or do we just keep them going, try to make them happy, and see what happens? So these are the Qopinjaxi. They're arthropods. So an overwhelming vote, I would say, has voted that we enslave them. So we'll have to change our policies. You can see on screen, hopefully, that if I put it up, it was about a 75% vote from the comments. I forgot to do an actual poll. I'll try to remember to do that again in future, but from reading the comments, I just did a little tick next to the ones that said yes and no. So for those who voiced their opinions against it, they were in the minority. About 25% said no, and about 75% said yes. So we're going to enslave them. So what we have to do is go down to our policies. And here we go. So we have purge and slavery. So purge means we can actually kill the pops that live there and actually destroy the arthropods that are there. And we can't do that based on our government, so we can't actually ever take that no matter what. But slavery, we do have the option to allow slavery or xenos only. So it's kind of interesting. You could actually have a government where they're okay with enslaving other types of races, but not their own. So for us, we can't do that. So it's either none or all. So we'll do allowed. And this means we can enslave humans if we wanted to, but I don't think we'll ever do that. So, do you wish to change slavery to allowed within our empire? We will not be able to change our stance on this for 10 years. The policy will have these effects. Allows the enslavement of any pop within our empire, can enslave any pop. So we'll go yes. So now we'll pop back over to Qopinjaxi. And it's a pretty big step here. So their happiness is kind of low already. But what we can do is enslave them. And enslaving a pop means that they will, well, just read it. Enslaved pops excel at manual labor, but are not useful for more intellectual pursuits. Other pops are likely to react to the presence of slaves. This action also risks damaging our relationship with other empires. So other empires will know that we're going to enslave them, basically, if we're going to take them over. They'll be a little bit worried about that. And they might not like that we're doing it to other people just in general. But we will get more minerals out of it. So right now we're making 31 per turn, but it's going to suppress kind of the research that we would get. So what we can do with this whole planet is basically double down on just electricity and minerals. And it should, I think it should increase our energy credits output as well. Our monthly gain is 11.63. So we'll see if that changes. 11.63 and 31.48. So we'll go enslave. And we'll go enslave all Qopinjaxi pops on the planet. So I guess we wouldn't have to actually enslave the ones that are in charge of science, but I think what people were calling out for is to enslave them all. We had some pretty touching comments saying don't do it. They must keep their identity, I believe was one, which is a really good one. But unfortunately, we're, even though it's a rudimentary form of Senate, I guess, but we will listen to them for the sake of the series, and we're gonna have to enslave all. All right, so we've enslaved them all. So this is going to... So this pop is enslaved. Enslaved pops generate unhappiness for all individuals pops on the planet. Now the problem I have with this is we're after just generating a slave faction. This slave faction is made up of our empire's enslaved pops. Their primary demand is to be emancipated. So they want to be set free. And we could set them free. At any time. So the slave faction is made up of our empire's enslaved pops. The primary demand is to be emancipated. I'm a bit annoyed that it's actually a human guy. It should be, everybody that's enslaved should be actually these guys, but I guess that's just kind of a, not a bug, but I guess it's just not taken into account that the fact that everything we've enslaved isn't human. But oh well, we'll have to deal with that. So, chance to gain 10% support. So they've got one pop on Qopinjaxi. I'm a bit confused by that, because currently it says its support is like 100%. So I don't know if they're going to be able to have a rising or not, based on that, but we'll see. So what this means is now that manual labor will go up, right? So these mines... Oh yeah, let's have a look. 11.63, 33.13. So this one's definitely gone up, but this is still 11. I can't remember now if it was 6.3 or not. So I'm not sure if the energy output will go up or not. Power plants produce energy credits necessary for maintaining most buildings. Yeah, just not sure. Not sure if a slave will help that or not. Then also we have their happiness to worry about. So their happiness is down to 7%, which is pretty bad. Right now they're recently conquered, which is just going to be a temporary debuff. But generally, being enslaved is minus 15%, so that's bad as well. It's actually not as bad as I thought. So we'll just see how it goes. We're gonna just have to see how it goes. So that's basically that. The other kind of things I wanted to mention was I did some renaming, like we said. So construction ships are now called condotors. I believe this is kind of like a Latin word for building. So condotor 1 basically means the first building fleet, and inside that their ship is called Syracuse. So these ships will be named after cities and towns within Terra. And similarly, science ships are called Explorator 1, so it's fairly obvious what that means. This would be called Explorator 2, and the ship itself is called the Socrates. So this scientist, Quintus Flavius, flies the Socrates as part of the Explorator 2 fleet. Colony ships, we're not ever going to bother worrying them because they just kind of go away anyway when we colonize somewhere. And then our transport fleets, these are carrying actual legions. So these are ground troops. So this is Legio 1 Roma, 2 Alexandria, 3 Carthago, 4 Athenae, and 5 Camalodunum. And as we get more and more, we keep naming them as they go. These were all raised at these places. So these legions were all raised on Terra, and I like to think that they were raised in these individual places, and they're representing kind of, you know, a broad spectrum of everywhere in the world. The interesting thing is, what would the Romans have called, you know, all the towns in America? It's hard to say. You know, in our alternate history view of it, we could just Latinize the names that we have these days. So, like, I don't know. Well, obviously it wouldn't be called, like, New York, would it, or anything like that. So we're gonna have a bit of a tricky one there. When the British colonized it and other places, they named it after provinces already in their ones. So it's like New York, and things like that. I'm sure there's other ones I just blanked on completely right now, but there's definitely other ones. So you know what I mean. So we might have to just call them after provinces and things eventually as well. But if we raise legions on different planets, we can call them after... yeah, I don't know. We'll have to think about that, actually, what we should do. Okay, so that's pretty much all the housekeeping done. Our science ships aren't doing anything in some spots, and people have been annoyed by that, of course. Which is a fair complaint. So let's go research some of these things. These give us immediate buffs to our research. Let's have a look at where Quintus Flavius is off to. I'm not too sure. So I've kicked into normal speed now. Our fleet is at home. Oh, and one very last thing is in the ship designer. We've got our Hastati and Triarii fleets. Now, people pointed out that I skipped over Principes, which is true. I did think I'd still have a Principe class that would be similar to this one. So this is small red lasers, and I was hoping that when we get a bit more powerful, then we'd have our Principes, whereas Triarii have a different form of, like, missile. So these are using energy weapon lasers, and our Triarii, much like, you know, swords versus spears, these are kind of like using a different weapon. So that was the thinking in my head. So we haven't actually skipped it. I will do Principes, and then we will work our way up to Legionaries eventually. Then we have our Auxilia ship. So I renamed this from Gladiator to Auxilia because it's a specialist ship. So yeah, that's how that works. And these guys are going to be quite good, quite powerful. Let's have a look. So what we want to start doing is colonizing. Obviously we just have a colony ship now. Heading to Ambor. We're about to colonize Ambor. Gained trait. Governor Claudius Scipio has leveled up and gained the trait Iron Fist. Okay. So we might have a little bit of a slower episode on our hands because I'm not too sure what the plan is. We can have a look at our contacts and see that the Beldross, they like us, these guys over here. But the Wakagi Interstellar Mandate, which are quite a large, seemingly large nation, don't. Minus 160. In fact, they've declared us their rivals. They're hostile, but they're still the equivalent to us. Their fleet is actually the equivalent to us, and their capacity is the equivalent. So they've got about 10 odd ships, and they can have about 30 odd ships. Their technology is also equivalent, so we could go into a very big war with these guys, but that's very risky. What I want to be able to do is start building up to be the equivalent to their size before we ever even consider doing that. Right, so the colony ship is here. Let's plop her down. It's a bit of a rough planet to be on, but we'll have to go, I would say, here. So, colonizing that. Our constructor ship, let's see if we've any new things that we can build in space. We do out here, so we'll move out here. So some people were saying, darn, could you take this little box down here? And I could do that, and it would display all this information constantly. So you'll notice that if I tick it, that's what it looks like.
System survey complete.
But I actually just prefer it being a little bit cleaner, me personally, and I press Alt when I want to get the information. That's how I do it. So you'll notice me going like this quite a lot, and that's me judging, basically I'll just pause it really quick. That's me testing if I'm missing anything. So it's like, oh, I own this Ambor, and if I click Alt, then I'll see the resource flash up that I could be getting that I'm not. Similarly, here at Harabas, we're getting the engineering, we're getting that, and if we press Alt, we can see that we need this, and I just think it's a little bit clearer. So the way if you have this ticked, it actually is green. That number is green, and this one is white. I think that's just kind of harder to tell. The green isn't very standout-ish, at least for me personally. So I'm just going to press Alt. I just think it's an easier way of doing it. But I get a lot of people asking me that, so that's the answer. So we've got some anomalies here that we can research with Quintus Flavius. Is this him? Yeah, okay, he's here. So this anomaly is signs of activity by an ancient precursor civilization. There's 0% fail risk on that one. So I'm going to try and make sure my science ships are always working. We've got a lot of minerals. I'm actually going to get another science ship. Actually, I'm going to get another construction ship. Alright, so we've got another construction ship, and now we've just started to colonize this planet. It'll take a little while to colonize, as we've seen before. And then we can convert the ship when we do. So, this planet is called Citadel at the moment, which is actually a pretty cool name. We're going to rename it to, let's see, which god do we want to use? I'm going to go with Fortuna. Alright, so Fortuna. The lucky planet, hopefully. Alright, let's continue the speed. There's also apparently another one out here that we'll have to survey. That's why I want to get another science ship so we can just start surveying. See, people were saying like, oh, you're not doing anything with your science ships. Like, I was trying to get to different regions to survey as much as I could. But then I was also creating all that debris, created a lot of research projects. So I think just having more will allow us to go kind of everywhere fast. Having 3 is a little bit, possibly complete. A little bit overkill, but let's do it anyway. So we just got a new construction ship called Victorious.
Debris analyzed.
We're not going to call it Victorious. We're going to call it Conditor 2. Hang on. Oh, I have to read about that. I love the yacht story. Let's pause it. So, signs of yacht development can be found all across Ep.4, and the planet must have experienced limited terraforming at some point. One region in the northern hemisphere is some kind of massive graveyard. No yacht settlements can be found nearby, but there are many monuments marking burial sites. With a low birth rate and an average lifespan close to 1,000 years, each yacht death was treated as a significant event, and much emphasis was placed on burial ceremonies. That's pretty cool.
Situation log updated.
I love this yacht stuff, it's so cool. Right, we've got 2 science ships not doing anything. Let's put them to work. So this guy just discovered that. Oh, we can actually investigate the ancient graveyard. We just discovered a bit more. And out here, we can just research. Oh, why can't we do that? Let's research that then, I guess. This one says research in progress. I don't know why it says that. Now we've got plenty of minerals as well. So let's see what we can build. So there's stuff we can build down here. Our construction ship is heading there already. Let's tell him to... Oh, we have to wait till he travels. Construction ship for this one can... Yeah, can build out here. Build mining stations. And we'll let them go ahead with that. We'll start researching some of these anomalies. Also, if you remember, there's an enemy fleet in here that are actually fairly powerful. Individually, not too bad, but if they group together, they would actually beat us. So at back home, we might want to start building some more auxiliaries. And that way we could take them down. We don't need to take them down necessarily, but there could be a habitable planet there. Apparently, so it's worth checking out. It actually says tropical world. So I'm guessing actually it's not habitable by us. People were saying like, oh, you can have live on tropical worlds and stuff. It's like, you can, but we can't yet. We need to research it. So everything with the New Worlds flag means that's the colony stuff we've researched. And we can colonize the continental world only right now. We've allowed slavery, so that's actually a tech. Oh, that's a starting tech we had, yeah. Alright. Okay, cool. So everything's going quite smoothly. The colony's growing. It's probably worth doing, like, just really starting to go crazy with the colonies now. We could colonize all the way out here, at Gatria. Ooh, I'm interested in this planet. I mean, it's pretty rough. We've gotten the ability to get rid of dense jungle. That's
Debris analyzed.
Okay, debris analyzed. See, the problem is when I'm making sure everyone's doing something, the pace of the game just slows down so much. As long as you guys are okay with that, that's just like how it's gonna be, how we're just gonna have to play it. So let's keep researching. We've got another science ship that we want to call Explorator 3. Explorator 3, and we'll have to put a new scientist on it. We have, let's see what we have. We have Socrates, Ptolemy. Let's go with Aristotle for the ship name. Actually, let's go with Cicero. More of a philosopher than anything else, but it's a pretty good one. He's Roman at least. Used to be a consul. Consul. I think I just said console. Alright, construction ship. Let's see what we can build. Which one is this? It's just entered the system. For some reason it's dicking about. Oh, we might have run out of munitions just as we were about to do it. Alright, let's give it something to do then. Build research station. We're actually doing really fine for that. We need more physics more than anything actually. So we'll do this one first, I guess. Actually we can't. We have to wait till our minerals goes up. We've got an absolute ton of energy credits though. Well over half of what we can have total. And let's check our planets. So we've got some pops doing angry. Why are they angry? I'm guessing this is probably to do with the alien slavery, minus 25%. So this is what slavery brings on. Everyone everywhere else isn't happy either. It's a shame that we can't like instill, the Roman, ethics into them, but we just can't. Alright, so we're still going with that. These guys, I don't think they're getting any bigger. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, they've got at least 5 colonized planets. Probably a 6th, possibly a 7th. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, actually, we have 5. We're doing okay, actually. Maybe I'm just getting down on ourselves for no reason here. Let's speed it up. We'll keep it at fast, and I should be able to manage what's going on at least at that speed. So we've got this science ship here, and we haven't surveyed the system yet. Ah, it requires a scientist. Jesus, I am slow. Alright, so this one requires a scientist. Anomaly research speed and anomaly risk fail. That's a pretty good one to have. So let's survey out here, and then we'll send them after anomalies, hopefully. So that is, we'll have to give this chap a name. Let me just look at my list of names. Septimus Valens. was apparently someone commented that, and that's why that's there. Okay.
Special project complete.
Archaeological project completed. The archaeological digs on Ep.4 have revealed that most of the graves were looted in the millions of years since they were first dug, likely as a result of the Yut custom of burying their dead with jewelry and other extravagant gifts. In a pile of things discarded by the looters, the archaeologists found a large doll resembling an adult Yut. They speculate that it may have served as a good luck charm or memento of some kind. I want to see what they look like.
Debris analyzed.
Okay. Debris analyzed. Let's keep it. So basically, every time we get debris analyzed, we get improved like progress, 10% progress on what we're researching, just extra points in different fields. I think it's really, really good. So it is worth doing it. They're timed. They will go away if we don't. So that's why people were telling me you need to start doing that. So let's go over here and let's get this one. So we do have unemployment on this planet. Apparently this person's not doing anything. We need to be clearing these jungle blockers as well. Let's build something. We're suffering. We probably could do with more minerals. As always. So we'll just keep building mineral mines. Let's see, back on Terra. Things are doing pretty good. We could just upgrade that. We don't need to though. Terra Nova. Also doing okay. I mean, we could start building research things here. Which I think we should do. There we go, they'll get to work on even more society research
Construction
now.
complete.
I'm a little bit worried that our physics is so behind. We're progressing as a society, but not in terms of physics. Speaking of physics, let's get some down here. We'll have to enter orbit and wait for him to get there. Our transport fleet is actually just sitting above Qopinjaxi Kingdom. I'm gonna land it just to see. I did land it before, but I entered orbit when I had to name it, in case you're wondering. Oh no, well, land armies. It's not gonna do anything. That's so cool, we can see them going down. I don't think it'll do anything, but it might suppress them, maybe? Let's see, happiness. Don't see anything about the fact that there's armies down here now. But we should start upgrading them and getting the most out of these guys as we can. So let's upgrade their well, we're so low on minerals. We'll upgrade their mines. Really put them to work. Then later on we can sector off all this kind of slave areas. I worry though that eventually we'll just have massive revolts where we're gonna have to try and like deal with all these people. So we built up in Ambor, where our borders have expanded quite nicely, just naturally over here as we researched. We can't we can't live on that planet yet, so that's okay. So yeah, we're doing pretty good. Let's just start building. We just need to build like crap. Oh yeah, and I renamed the military stations as well to, let's have a look.
Construction complete.
Abandoned cargo pod. A discarded cargo pod was left by someone in the upper atmosphere of Ep.5 long ago. It has somehow escaped the notice of other spacefarers, and its decaying orbit means it would have been lost in the gas giant's crushing atmosphere within another few years. When the crew of the Socrates unsealed the pod, they found a stash of alien jewelry made out of precious metals. So we just got 377 credits for free. Boom, 2,100 credits now. I can't even spend these credits on anything yet. Okay, so let's have a look. Science ship. We can't survey this one yet, and it has oh well, it has the tropical world probably. Our ships are ready to maybe embark and take these guys on. We could get more. Yeah, let's just go now. Well, we don't need to, right? So we don't need to, so let's not. Science ship. God, it's so hard to manage all this stuff. Right, yeah, that's what we're looking for. We're looking for more of these things. Debris and things like that. This guy's on his way over there. We've got an anomaly down here, so let's go fetch that one. Our constructor ship out this way is waiting before it can kind of come over here and build stuff. So we're growing quite nicely. Let's have a little quick contact check. So yeah, they still don't like us. What we can do as well, actually, is communicate and declare them our rival. I don't know if we want to do that. No, we don't want to do that just yet. That'll give us extra influence, but we're so high on influence right now that we don't need any more. I'm gonna just see if there's any edicts we can enact down here that will help with happiness. Infrastructure products, so building and construction time is going to be less, and building costs actually. Capacity overload, we already have that. Migration attraction, farming subsidies, and reduction campaigns. So I want to go with this. This will reduce our costs on this planet. So that costs me 100 influence, and for 10 years, whatever we build on Qopinjaxi, Jaxinium, will be cheaper a little bit. Enslave, minus 33%. So it actually lowers the power as well. So I'm guessing we shouldn't blanket enslave everybody. It just doesn't make any sense to do that. Having some slaves will lower people down a bit, but let me know if you think this is wrong and tell me why, and we'll do that. But for now, it seems like enslaving is just purely for minerals. So let's take them off the power ones. Whoops, what the hell did I just do? Resettlements, oh god. Oh, that's cool though, because we could put... Oh man, so, oh, I get it. Just had like a crazy moment. So we can actually just relocate some Qopinjaxi into the other worlds, and then we can use them as slaves, right? Let's do it. Let's totally do it. And then we can put humans on this planet and get the energy. It makes so much sense now. So we'll do that pretty soon. I just want to take all the guys on the ones that we don't need off. Sorry, it's just taking me a second to figure it out. That's why these ones were red, I guess. So they actually are good for food as well. So enslaved is going to increase our food and our mineral output. But it will reduce everything else. It's a shame about the power. I was hoping that it would just be basically free resources. So these guys have just been freed. They're probably living it. Okay. There we go. Time is moving again. Now, why are they still unhappy? Outraged. I could imagine. Forcibly resettle this pop to one of our other core planets. Could do that. That's pretty cool. And that's going to be really interesting. I might do that in between the Let's Plays, so maybe at the end of this one I'll start relocating them, just so you don't have to watch me do that. Because it'll just take a while, wouldn't it? Just moving people around. But I think that's a good idea to do. And let me know if I should or not. So when I end this one, I'll wait, I'll look at the comments, and then I'll see what you guys say. But I want to basically integrate humans into Jaxinium and put them on the science projects and the energy, and then leave all these guys down on the mud, work in the farms and work in the mineral mines. And we'll do that on all of our other planets. I'll keep them away from Terra though, because Terra is our capital, so let's leave them alone. Leave that fairly pure. We can clear volcanoes. No, we can't. Can't clear really anything down here, except dense jungle. So this planet, oh, that's gonna be rough. We really need to research how to clear this stuff around us. Is that everything? I think that's about everything. So with the extra credits, I'm just gonna build a couple more ships and we'll head off and start destroying these guys down this way. Let's see, Auxilia is what we want. I'll get one more Auxilia now in a second. There we go. Constructor ship isn't doing anything. We'll have to wait to get more minerals. We're getting 43 every month now. That's good. That's a pretty good amount for the size we are, I think. We could be getting more though, obviously. And Sol is ripe for the taking. Yet listening posts. We've discovered several massive listening arrays on Perchem 6. These arrays are millions of years old, and we believe they were originally built by the Yut, though it appears that at least one other alien civilization repurposed them at some point in the last 500,000 years for their own needs. The colossal receiving dishes are beyond repair, but some terminals are still intact.
Situation log updated.
This stuff is crazy, man. This Yut. Still haven't really found anything to do with the mass extinction.
Complete.
I think, are we not tracking it anymore? I don't know why it's not appearing. That's weird. We used to be able to see that it was like all these different like planets out here that we needed to get to. I guess it's just not appearing. It says we're tracking. There we go. I think it must be a bug. There we go. Well, we can see them all now. These are planets I have to get to eventually to figure out what's been going on with the mass extinction, and figure out how to prevent it ever happening to us. So artifacts removed. We've got another one down this way. Track on the map. Oh, cool. It's right next to us. Actually, it's down this way. Why can't we have a look at that? Scientist needs a skill of 5 or higher. Ooh. Julia Nepos. She's the one that can do it. She'll figure it out. Okay, so let's have a little research of this place and see if there's a habitable world that we could actually live on. Tropical, arid. What are we? Oh yeah, we're human. So we need continental probably. Yeah, we'll have to research to get a different type of world, but for now, our borders are actually about to touch over here, which is kind of interesting. We'll get border friction from that, which will further kind of anger each other. Propaganda broadcasts, that's a pretty good edict to just increase happiness, so I think we should do that. And we could colonize Arctic worlds. Ooh, tempting. We'll go for this one, because I think it's important to keep everybody happy. Pretty much everywhere. I'll probably use propaganda all over the place. Because we've got lots of influence, so we don't really mind doing that. And our science ships are busy. It's good. Empire is ticking over nicely. Build research stations. That'll consume power over time. And our legions are sitting on Qopinjaxi Jaxinium at the moment.
Construction complete.
So, construction complete. Build research stations. Our science ship down here. Any more anomalies for us to check? Seems like there's something out here we could check. Oh yeah, we're already on the way to it. I think I'm pretty much on top of the anomalies. Pretty much. So we could just do some more surveying in the meantime. It might be interesting getting out here and actually finding out about that, what we're tracking. Oh, it looks like our army's ready to go. Maybe have a little poke into Nordak system and see if we can get rid of these guys. We should also be ranking up Agrippa, although he's going to be 62 pretty soon, so he's going to die fairly like in the next 20 years. So I don't know if we'll ever get to see him into. Don't know if he'll see the war between the Wakagi interstellar mandate or not. So far in our campaign, we've only had 34 years go by, so we're actually, yeah, we're taking a fairly slow pace, I guess. We're moving the time at fast to keep us moving, though. At the moment, Julia Nepos. I'm very eager to hear how she gets on with the yacht. Don't know about you guys, but I love the yacht story. So, constructions are complete all over the place. Let's see what else you can build, sir. He has to wait another month before we can build mining stations, but he'll then go all over the place to build them. There we go. And our other constructor ships can head up to Harabas and start building up there once we get a bit of time. So, hostile fleet present. Here we are. We have arrived with some of our new ships. Let's have a just quick look at what we've got in this army. So we have. Oh, look at the cool names they have. Comet, Trojan, Scorcher, Eclipse. That's cool names. We don't need to change those. So we have Auxilia class ships. Gladiator, which is Auxilia. They just have... I had the wrong name for a while. And Triarii. We've got one Hastati class still. So Hastati has actually kind of been phased out. We'll have to get Principes to replace their types of weapons soon. Let's do this. I think this will be fine. Like, their manpower is pretty good at 270, but... 480, because they've only a couple of ships, we should be able to take them down quite quick, I think. Hopefully minimal losses. I'm gonna hedge a bet and say we're gonna go down to 15 by the time we've cleared this whole thing. So let's see if we're right. Here we go. We've got movement.
Engaged.
It seems like we might take a little bit more casualties than that, actually. They can actually heal as they fight as well, which is interesting.
Situation log updated.
Okay, even with just
Special
that
project complete.
even with just that one fight, we actually went down to 17 ships. Our archaeologists on Perchem 6 have learned that the listening arrays built there were used to scan space for any signs of intelligent alien life, something the Yut had never once encountered. After managing to partially restore power to a computer terminal, the archaeologists acquired a data disk with log files from the sensor array stretching over centuries. These logs suggest that a section of the galaxy was indeed devoid of sentient life at the time of the Yut Empire. Oh wow, so there maybe life hadn't really, they were kind of the first ones to kind of maybe evolve, or one of the earlier ones, and no one else had really gotten up to their level yet, so they hadn't found life yet. Interesting. Just get a huge amount of engineering research for that. So let's just pause it. I'm going to send the fleet home, because I don't want them to take any more unnecessary damage. He's leveled up, so the ship upkeep has actually gone down since that, and the fire rate's increased, which is good. We'll go back, we'll heal, and maybe we'll get a couple more ships and help out. So let's see, our science ship over here has kind of finished everything we need to, so we'll just start surveying. Constructor ship up here can build research stations. Awesome. So we have so much influence, we could actually look to building...
Anomaly found. Hostile fleet engaged.
A colossal impact crater hints that something big collided with the surface of this planet. We can leave it for now, we will get back to it. Hostile fleets are present. Yeah, I know that. Why? Oh shit, we were after getting caught when they were trying to get out. Yeah, they've got caught. That's not a terrible deal, but I am going to retreat. There we go. Didn't lose the ship, that's good. So they've managed to get out of there with an emergency warp jump. You can only do that after a certain amount of time,
System
like
survey
10
complete.
days or something. So they'll head home to their nearest spaceport. System survey complete. Science ship can survey more stuff. Actually, well, while we're in here, we can get that anomaly. Great. I was hoping this borders would expand a bit more. I really want them to connect. So what we could actually do is build a military frontier. That's what I was going to say. Oh yeah, we should colonize this. That would be awesome. Can we reach that, actually? I'm not too sure. Isn't the jump too far between these two? Not too sure. So, let's see. Systems have been surveyed. We're just going to build up the fleet a little bit more then, I guess. So they've just made their way back home. Yeah, we've changed the defense platform's name to Testudo, and you can actually customize this in the ship designer as well. So a large mineral-rich asteroid collided with Ep.4 at some point during the previous 1,000 years in what must have been a major impact event. An abundance of minerals can now be found on the planet in the vicinity of the impact crater. So we just got 3 minerals. Cheers, that's great. But every little helps. Okay, so let's start exploring this way. Oh, of course, yeah, we're in a spiral galaxy. I was wondering why we were kind of going in this weird line. I'm not sure if we can make it over here. No, there's no route. So this spiral will have to be found at some other point, but we can maybe kind of get this whole area of space to use. There's probably a nation down here though, maybe. Seems a bit too strange that there wouldn't be. Okay, survey that. And you survey this. And let's find some colonizable planets down here, hopefully. We're getting debris up here that we can explore when we get ready as well. So at Terra we can build up again. We can build some more Auxilia class ships. And our constructor still can't build anything just yet. What are we missing? Some power. That's weird. I don't know what's going on in here, so we'll just have to actually dive in. Sometimes the kind of top level menu doesn't actually allow you to do what you should be able to do. Oh no, he's making his way around. Okay, no, he's already gotten the order, he's just taking some time. Seismic disturbances. There have been many reports of unexplainable seismic disturbances on Fortuna. Tremors can be felt across the planet, and many of our settlements have suffered damage. While investigating the earthquakes, our scientists discovered a vast network of subterranean caverns. The deepest of these caverns are home to some kind of indigenous civilization, and they appear to be tunneling towards the surface. Ground vibrations from our settlements may have triggered this behavior, but we cannot be certain. There is no telling how these aliens will react when they spill out of their tunnels and encounter our colonists. Holy shit. Issues special project preemptive strike. Issues special project establish communications.
Situation log updated.
Oh god. Okay. So, subterranean civilization. We can either establish communications or do a preemptive strike. Oh my god. The aliens digging their way through to the surface are a threat that must be dealt with. We will launch a preemptive strike against their underground cities. That sounds not like a good idea to me. We need to find some way to communicate with the subterranean aliens. Perhaps we can find a way to coexist. Nah, fuck that. We'll have to do this. It'll take 4 months. And we'll do a preemptive strike. I don't know if this will make any difference, but just in case they do pop up and decide to wreck us, I'm going to send over the transport fleet and land some armies so maybe they can fight the defenses. I don't know, but I'm just going to do it in case. And it's also kind of cool roleplay anyway, isn't it? So, which construction ship is this?
Construction complete.
Up north. We're also at actual peak worlds right now. So we can colonize more and we can go above the limit. But what we need to do then is start sectoring them off. And we'll get to sectoring maybe next time. But sectoring basically allows you to auto-manage certain places. And you can just like give the AI like, here, have 1,000 minerals. Build it how you think it should be built. Sorry, I'm just getting comfy in my chair here. So it's like, yeah, build it how you think it should be built. And it'll just kind of splash down the resources and start building up. And you can give it an industrial focus or energy or whatever you want to focus on. It's going to be really weird when we have slaves across all these different planets though, doing that stuff. Let's see how happy they are now. 2.4, wow, that's pretty low. So their Freedom Militia faction is actually kind of growing a little bit because they're so unhappy. Not much we can do, like I said, but that's just the way it is. Those are the problems that come with colonization. Our fleet is retrained, so we can head back to Nordak. Our commander's a little bit better now, it's a higher fire rate, so maybe we can do more damage quickly and take less casualties overall. So hopefully it'll be okay. So inside the ship designer, like I was mentioning actually, you can design defense systems. And this was the auto-designed one, I didn't actually make one ourselves. And what this one is going to do is...
Anomaly found.
Hang on. Well, an ancient orbital shipyard drifts in space above this world. It has suffered significant battle damage and entire sections of the facility are missing. What this is doing is sending out a scout wing. So there's like a hangar, the H is for hangar, and that allows us to send a scout wing ship out and to fight, and it'll fire some shots, do its best. I don't know if that's the best for defenses though, to be honest. I kind of think mounted guns are usually better, so we'll change this to a large weapon slot. Inside here, we can then put in some fusion missiles, and that'll be a large fusion missile. And it will fire as many as it can until it gets destroyed. That's going to suck the power out of it though a bit. So we're going to have to put down these reactors to kind of balance that power. Power needs to be in the positive. Oh, it's in the positive if we leave it like that actually. So then we can put more armor down. This is ceramo metal armor. Let's go with that. Obviously more expensive to use, but pretty cool in general. I'm going to keep the mines. The mines look awesome. I haven't really seen them. Oh, this actually regenerates people around us, our allies, while they're fighting in its radius. So we'll keep this at Testudo. This is just our base Testudo level designs. We'll maybe make another one later. I'm not going to put one down now because I don't really have the credits to spare. Where was that? Where did we just find that? Crap, I didn't see. It just said we had like a mission somewhere. Damn it, how did I... Oh, there it is. Oh yeah, it's out here where we're fighting these guys. Okay, of course. Right, ship's on the way. Should be here any moment. Qopinjaxi civilization encountered. We've detected the presence of a pre-space civilization on Qopinjaxi. They're in early industrial age, with electricity and internal combustion engines gradually coming into widespread use. We should consider building an observation post above their world to study them more. Let's have a look at where that was. So here we have Qopinjaxi, a planet. Oh, look at them, the little fox people. That's so cute. So these guys are resilient. Their garrison health is quite high. So this is going to be the question, I guess, for this episode. And leave your comments below. Maybe I'll do a vote. Let's have a look at our policies. This isn't even a habitable world. Well, we'll ask anyway. And really determine what kind of nation we're going to be. Oops, it's in the government tab. Slavery is active. First contact protocol. Oh, okay, so ours is aggressive already. Unknown dangers may hide among the stars. To ensure our continued survival, we must be ready to strike without hesitation. Now that means that basically we've discovered this planet. If we sent our transport fleet over here right now, we could just land and wipe these guys out. But actually, I think we could actually own the planet if we want. Yeah, we could. We don't need to be able to live on it, actually. They can just live on it. And then there's a continental world right behind them, so we could actually... Oh, shit. And then there's another one behind it. This is a tundra world. Wow, wow, and there's like 2 more habitable over here. That's crazy, because normally, like, there are some worlds that just aren't habitable. Like Baron and Molten, you just cannot live on them. I don't think. Maybe until, like, endgame. So we can... Oh, this is where the ancient shipyard was, above these people as well. So, the question I put to you guys is, should we forcibly land a fleet and wipe them out? Or should we build an observation post and just kind of observe them for a while, and then maybe figure out what we do with them? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll put a vote. Maybe if I can put a vote in the video, I'll put a vote. And so if you see a card pop up when I'm talking right now in the top right, vote there if you want, or just comment below. I read the comments anyway, and then we'll display the vote like we did last time in the next episode. So just bear with me 1 second. I'm just going to check the time, see how long we've been going. Okay, coming up on 50 minutes, but we're alright. Right, so we've entered this area down this way now. Let's just quickly, while we're waiting, have a look at what we're building down here. We're fine on... Well, actually, our power's getting kind of low, so yeah, maybe clear that. Actually, can we cancel? We can cancel. We have a reassembled ship shelter. We can finally upgrade this to a main planetary administration, so we should do that. And this planet, Terra Nova, our first colonized planet, will become a fully fledged, fully grown planet. And then later we can do it for other ones. Our efforts to destroy the subterranean aliens on Fortuna have met with success. We managed to collapse several of their tunnels on top of their workers, and the caverns that house their cities have been flooded with nerve gas. Casualty projections are close to 100%, and our security forces are confident that they will be able to deal with any surviving stragglers. Compliments to all service branches involved. That's awesome. I don't know if maybe in like 10 years or something they'll re-emerge even more pissed off, like who knows. It said close to 100% casualties,
System
but not
survey
100%.
complete.
That always leaves me a little bit worried. Let me know if you think that was the right decision though, because maybe the vote would have been different on that one. But I think it was the right move. It's interesting. So when these techs appear, it's like you have 3 techs to choose, and some of them will stay there, but some of them like will just regenerate. Because we did have one that said colonize Arctic worlds, but that's gone, and we didn't get that one, so kind of sucks. But I guess that's just, you know, part of the fun of the game. A biolab, so that would give us society research. We don't really need that. Unlocks a planetary capital, that would be cool. We could get that for our main one. So we're about to fight the hostile fleets down here. Lucius Agrippa leading the charge one more time. This time a little bit older, a little bit wiser.
Hostile fleet engaged.
See if we take them down any quicker.
System survey complete. Anomaly found.
We seem to have done alright. We've lost 1 ship, whereas last time we lost 2. We're at 93% health. Some of them are quite low. Their shields are regenerating. This ship is dangerously low, so we'll just have to kind of head back.
Evading hostile fleet.
Head back, heal up, and take the last guys out, and then we'll survey it. Okay, God, I'm after messing up because all my guys aren't doing anything now. Alright, survey. This guy can just get that. And this one. Let's see, have we surveyed this? Nope. Our borders are getting bigger. We're close to joining forces. Alrighty. Smooth sailing, really, to be honest. I wonder, can we form an alliance with these guys as well? So the Canistian Confederacy, let's have a look at what their kind of relations are to maybe the other guys. I don't know if we can do that, actually, if we can compare what they think of these guys, like you can in Total War games. Their opinion of us isn't great. The guys we just found that haven't found out how to like use space yet, they like us, which is nice. Maybe they actually like our slavery policy. Well, that's an interesting one. So yeah, the Canistian Confederacy doesn't really like us because they consider us a mild threat, but we could communicate with them and see if maybe they want to be okay with us. I'm gonna establish an embassy anyway for now. Hopefully they will be okay with that. The Beldross Empire are pretty cool. A lot of people were saying like, do some trade, you know, do some of that stuff. Okay, let's read this first. The mummified remains of a single individual belonging to a previously unknown mammalian species have been found drifting in high orbit above Tip 3. The being is dressed in what appears to be a flight suit, complete with a helmet, and may be a fighter pilot that ejected in some ancient battle, only to be forgotten and left behind. Our study of the corpse has provided some interesting data. That gives us a boost to society research. I think we read that one before, but that's alright. They're bound to crop up every now and then. So we could go offer trade deal. I don't know what this guys would really want or need. We've got Betharian dust. They've probably not got anything like that. We've got strategic resources, they don't. What we could do is give them... Let's give them an instant transfer of energy credits. I'm willing to give 1,000 for an instant transfer for... Oh wow, they are not... That's not a good deal, guys. Wow, they are not doing that. That's a bit weird. I would have thought they'd go up to about 600 for that. But apparently not. I'm definitely not giving them that much. Okay. No. They're not having it. How low can we go before they... So 300 for about 190? That's alright. I don't mind doing a direct trade. I just want to get more minerals for now, so that we can just quickly buff up some stuff. So let's just see what they say. Just interesting to do a bit of trade, just see what happens. And if it's not like the best deal ever. So we still haven't killed all these guys yet. We need to build one more ship. Actually, we can get like Betharian refinery eventually. So people said you should upgrade your spaceport. We actually haven't got the technology to improve our spaceport just yet. We need to just get that tech, and we do need that because we are behind. If we want to build better ships, we need that. I think it's time we colonize another planet anyway. Whether we take this one or not, we should colonize that one. So let's build a colony ship. Research complete. We got plasma thrower, that's quite good. I've used that in a different campaign. Basic combat roles, that's an alright one. Sentinel point defense, planet fortification, improved deflectors. I want to get that. I'm gonna have a strong military here. Our science ship down here, it's got another one of these to research. So let's do that. Okay.
System survey complete.
System survey complete. Survey that one. This guy's still surveying this one. There's only a trickle of stars left. It looks like there's some sort of
Construction complete.
Possibly pulsar, possibly neutron star in both of these. So we might just have a quick exploration of those and then we'll leave the episode there. Let's take out these guys once and for all in this annoying system. And that'll also be the end of Agrippa's journey for this episode. Survivor pocket! Oh fuck! Our forces on Fortuna are still mapping the tunnel network below our colony. They've come up upon a large city belonging to the subterranean aliens that managed to isolate itself from the rest of their underground empire before we flooded it with nerve gas. There are millions of frightened aliens in the city. Should our engineers collapse the cavern to finish the job? That's an interesting one. Put them out of their misery, or bring them to the surface where they shall serve us? I honestly have no idea. Can I not get rid of this? Can I can't put that away. I have to make the decision. I can't let you guys decide. I'm gonna say put them out of their misery. I just feel like if we bring them up, it's just a whole world of trouble. It's like, oh, there's millions. It's like, they could just have a whole fuck ton of guns, like really. And this is called Fortuna. So let's not, you know, let's not tempt fate or tempt the goddess herself. I think we're gonna put them out of their misery. Let's collapse the caves. Oh my god. I feel horrible. Okay, have we got our... Oh yeah, we didn't build another ship. Okay, that's okay, but we repaired. So we can head off now to Nordak. Man, that was ice cold. It didn't even like tell me anything about what happened. At least not yet. Automated shipyard. While conducting their survey of Yultup 2A, the Socrates detected the remains of an automated shipyard in orbit. It is at least 1,000 years old and seems to have been subjected to a heavy missile barrage, but one of its manufacturing bays is still in working condition. Science officer Quintus Flavius is confident that power can be restored to the shipyard, but it would be a significant
situation log updated.
Okay, yeah, we could research that. Here we are on Fortuna. Let's head out over... Where was that planet? Shit, I'm so bad. My memory is like so absolutely terrible. Where was the planet with the life on it that we weren't going to... that we might kill? Here we are. Okay, Yultup. We need to come up with a name for this system.
System survey complete.
I don't like that name, Yultup. Is our colony done? No, not yet. So this is where I'm gonna send these guys. Oh, we have to embark them. So our transport fleet with the
System
armies on
survey
it. We're gonna
complete.
enter orbit over Ep.4, and that'll be ready to go down to Fixash if we decide to do that. We could repair the automated shipyard here actually, which is interesting. And we have more science ships not doing anything now. So let's, yeah, that's what I said we do. Take a quick survey of these guys out here. 2 neutron stars of some sort. And that, whoa, shit, we're losing. Oh yeah, it's because of the colony. Is it? Actually, I don't know if it is because of the colony. Station maintenance is just pretty high. Yeah, it's taking a nosedive. We've got to... Oh, Claudia Scipio has died at the age of 83.
Evading hostile fleet.
She was the governor of Terra. We'll have to put a new one down maybe in the next episode. I'll do that off camera. Similar to... So, let me know... Okay, I'll recap everything at the end for what you guys need to let me know. But there's a few things. Oh shit, there's crazy ass dudes out here. Oh, it's a pulsar.
Evading hostile fleet.
We can see it pulsing. No, do not evade. You can get to where you want to go. Good, they warped. Pulsars are like one of the fucking coolest things in the world. I'll just read this anyway. Pulsars are highly magnetized neutron stars that emit beams of electromagnetic radiation. As the star rotates, the radiation beam is only visible when it's pointing directly at the observer. This results in a very precise interval of pulses. which sometimes is so exact that it can be used to measure the passage of time with extreme accuracy. That is so cool. Yeah, when pulsars I think were first discovered, it was the first major kind of, okay, this is really weird. This could actually be alien life because it's like a signal. It's like a dead signal. It's just too artificial. And then it turns out like no, it's actually just like a neutron star kind of like spinning at a ridiculous like speed. Looks like we've got another one over here as well, another pulsar. It looks absolutely beautiful. Hats off to the guys at Paradox for creating that. It looks really, really nice. Okay, so that's going to be it for this episode, guys. I'm going to remind you of what you need to do. Actually, we have to kill these guys once for all, and then we're going to end it. But yeah, I hope you've been enjoying the episode and the series in general. Let me know what you think I could do to improve it, if anything, and yeah, that's about it. Like, hopefully we're going to be taking on these guys probably quite soon. Probably in the next episode we'll really start properly gearing up our fleets and stuff for war, as we kind of solidify our provinces down here. So we've got the Allegiance colony ship. We're going to colonize down here. Yeah, let's just enter, yeah, well, we're going to colonize it, so boom. What I am worried about is I need to kind of manage these things a bit better. So let's have a look. Terra Nova. Right, so this can be upgraded as well. So Bellona, our third planet that we colonized, can be upgraded. We cannot clear that yet. We can clear this. We're going to have to start doing that because there's going to be people that want to grow. And what are we kind of lacking? We could just build another mineral plant, a mine plant, and upgrade them as they go. Fortuna is doing alright. It's really hemmed in though. We need to research like tile clearers quite soon. Lucy's Gripper, what a boss. It's the fourth time he's been in the system just to take these guys out.
Special project complete.
Science Officer Quintius Flavius has successfully restored power to the automated shipyard over Yultups 2A. The facility immediately resumed its interrupted construction order, using what materials it had on hand to build an advanced frigate of unknown design. Unfortunately, the ancient facility broke down completely afterwards and has been deemed beyond repair. We've sent a crew to the new ship and pressed it into service with our fleet. So we're after gaining a new ship, have we? Let's have a look at where this was just really quickly. Excellent. A frigate, a Dark Wanderer. Holy shit. Oh yeah, look at that. It's like a proper military frigate. That's sweet. Okay, we'll need a name for that. Dark Wanderer. So this is being built by some ancient kind of civilization that was above here, looking down on this planet or something. We've restored power and it finished the spaceport finished construction of what it was using. Looks like it has a massive gun on top. 96.58 actually coming out of one ship is incredible. Because, yeah, it is one ship. I don't know why it says 2. Oh, it takes up 2 capacity. Because it's that powerful. So this one ship is 1/4 as powerful as this whole thing here. That's awesome. I kind of want to, just before we end the episode, I know it's dragging on a little bit now. Let's see if we can quickly back off. Quickly back off. Oh no, they're gonna engage us. I was hoping to put them into action, you know? And we'll see if we can head it up there. I hope it doesn't die. That would suck. So yeah.
Research complete.
Common ship, science ship. Our science ships. That's still surveying. This one isn't. Survey. Survey. Okay. It's pretty powerful. It's not like crazy powerful. It's pretty powerful though, this ship. So that's good to see. We can name it after an emperor or something, some sort. So as soon as it arrives, it's coming into this galaxy now, I think, or the system. There, it's coming in over here.
System survey complete.
There it is. We can merge these fleets together. Actually, Dark Wanderer is a pretty cool name. We could rename it if we wanted. Alright, so the things that we need comments on. I would have put up polls and stuff hopefully throughout the episode, but we need to know, is it a good idea to move these guys around different planets and enslave them on different ones? The other thing we need to know is, should we kill the guys, the innocent civilization down at Yultup? Should we kill these guys, land troops down and just absolutely wreck them, then own the planet? Like aggressively take the planet. We don't kill them actually, we can't purge, but we can aggressively take the planet. Or should we let them be and observe them? And then lastly, I don't know, if you can think of anything else I might have mentioned, like the naming of the ship and anything else, let me all know in the comments, so that we can figure it out. So we've added this frigate to our ships here. So let's hopefully go in. Hopefully it doesn't die straight away. It might just take an unlucky shot and die, so I'm worried about that. I'm guessing it's quite strong. Let's have a little gander at it. It's got small X-ray lasers level 4 and a large disruptor. It's got quite a lot of deflectors, takes a lot of power to keep, and it's got ceramic metal armor.
Hostile
I've just
fleet
noticed,
engaged.
speaking of power, that we are absolutely draining power right now, and that's because of the colony ship, but we're also losing more overall, so we're going to have to buff our power stations, probably on Qopinjaxi pretty soon. In the next episode as well, we're going to be putting down different colonies and sectoring off planets, so it'll be interesting. That's our frigate ship here. That's the one I'm watching constantly. There it is.
Updated.
It seems fine. Look at that. It is an absolute beast. As a beast of a ship. Okay, so that's going to be it for the end of the episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you want to see in future, in terms of if there's something you think I should be doing or that I'm not doing well. And I think, oh shit, look at that. They're after taking a massive gap in their empire. Something's happened. They might be at war and they might have lost the military frontier in this system. That's really interesting. I don't know how I even got that map information. But we're kind of friends with the Beldros, so I don't want to touch them. They're also quite big. If we had our borders around here a bit, it would look a bit bigger. Hopefully now, with colony here starting to grow, it just touched down. Look at that. They actually called themselves Delphi, which is, I'm just going to keep that name because that's a good name. So that once that grows and conjoins with this, that will kind of probably conjoin with that, and hopefully will be quite big. So yeah, so that's about it. So just try and keep going as you are, guys. You're doing really, really well. I'm proud of you. I'm very humbled by this. I think actually I might have just hit 20,000 subs as well. So I'm going to be thinking of doing a Q&A video for 20,000. If you just want to ask me any questions, I can get to them. I usually just talk. People most know everything they want to know anyway when I talk on Twitch. But if you've got any questions or things you want to know about, maybe I can answer them in a 20,000 subs vid. If you made it to the end of this, you must be pretty hardcore as well. Alright, so again, thank you all for letting me do this. I really appreciate it. And this game comes out tomorrow, by the way, so this is really exciting. So yeah, you should, you know, I'm technically not supposed to say it, but I would highly recommend picking it up. Obviously, if you're watching it, you're probably enjoying it. I think it's excellent. I look forward to just seeing where this game goes in the next few years with mods and things like that. It really, really is. I've already sunk like 40 hours into it or something, so I've only had it 5 days. So yeah, alright, I'm dragging on. Thank you very much for watching. The next part will be uploaded tomorrow, and I hope you have a good day.